Hi, I'm Leo, and in this video we'll be going over functions in C programming. So basically, a function is a block of code that performs a specific task. And generally, functions help you to break down your program into smaller modular parts. Take, for example, your house. You have different sections of the house, like you have your living room, the kitchen, the bathroom, and all of that. So that's what a function is. It breaks the code, which is the house, into these various parts, which performs a different task. All right, basically, for you to use this function, first you have to create the function and then you have to call the function. So let's look at creating a function. All right, so let's start with creating a function. So for you to create a function, there are two parts to that. The first one is declaration and the second one is definition. So first you have to, in this declaration, what you do there is first you have to tell us the return type, which is more or less the data type of your parameters. So be it an integer, you use the int. Be it a character, you use char, or a string, you also use char, or a floating point, you use float. Then the next one is the name of the function. So you have to use a unique name. You can't use things like main, printf, scanf, because these are functions that are already in the C program. So if you use something like that, it's going to give an error. And then you move to your parameters. Your parameters are like placeholders for the variables that you're going to be using in your functions. All right, so for example, I want to add two numbers here. I will declare my return type, which is an integer. So it's going to be an int. After that, I'll pick a name. Let's call it Leo. And then I'm going to put my parameters. So I'm going to be using int a, you put a comma, and then int b. So this way I have declared my function. So the next part is to define this function. When we talk about defining a function, we're just talking about the body of the function, what you want this function to do. For example, I want the function to add two numbers, so I'm going to say int sum equals int sum equals a plus b, and that is what I actually want that to do, and that is it. So I have declared my function and I have defined the function. So the next part is calling the function. Now you have to call the function. Most times when you're calling, you use a int main, and you put your bracket, you open up the curly braces, and now here I want the result, int result. So we have our int result is equal to Leo. Then I have to put the values for a and b, what I want to add. So let's say I want to add 5 and 3. So you can do that here. You can also use a variable to hold that, which I'm going to show you later. So, and after that, you want to print it out. So you print f, and what do we write here? Remember to put your quotation mark. The answer is then remember your %d, that's because it's an integer, %d. I'm not sure what this is called. I think it's /n, and you put your comma and then results, which is like the name here. These are int results. The name must match what you put here. And I think after that we are going to return. So we return 0 because we're using int main. All right, so this is an example of a function. Let's even run this and see what happens. The answer is 5 plus 3. That's going to give 8. I'm not sure why it is taking so long. Okay, so you can see the result is 8, and that is 5 plus 3. All right, so let's